How are you, Yes? How are you all?
I'm fine, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Fadia, Wafa, how are you?
Hello, Mrs. I'm fine, thank you.
Hello, Wafa. I think the semester is finishing, right? I think you will have 1 week left. The semester is officially will be finished on next Monday, right? On 22 January. So next Monday is the final day of this semester, right?
Yes, Mr. Yes.
Okay, so concerning our course, this is the last presentation concerning composition or writing 3. This is our last lecture. So today we will focus on the most important points, and we will make revision for the things that we had before. Okay, and if you have, of course, any questions, you can ask and I will answer all of them. Okay, let me first take the attendance. Yes, Fadia. Fadia is here or not? Not here. Fadia Labdo. Can you hear us, Fadia? Yes, okay. Yes, okay. So Fadia is here. Iman Qalish. Not here. Mustafa Haj Hussein. Not here, Mustafa. Okay. Wafa.
Yes, Mrs.
Okay, well. Fatima Qissar.
Yes, Mrs.
Okay. Zainab. Zainab not here. Zainab is joining. Zainab, how are you? Can you hear us, Zainab? Hi.
Hello, Mrs.
Hi, how are
I'm
you?
fine. I am fine.
Alhamdulillah. Hope you're all well. Okay, so as I told you, this is our last lecture. We will focus today on the main points that we had before and as revision. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, great. Yes, Mustafa is joining. Hi, Mustafa, how are you?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم الله.
Alaikum salam. Hello, Mustafa. How are you?
Hello. I am fine. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome to the last lecture in this term, in this semester. Mustafa, yes. So I think all are attending except for Iman Qalish. Iman is not here. Okay, you see my screen now, right? Is it clear? Can you see the screen?
Yes, Mrs. Yes.
Okay,
It's
great.
clear.
So let's go back to the main point which we had in the beginning of the semester, which is how to convert the paragraph to make it an essay. Okay. Today I will make like a revision for that. I will focus on the main idea that we discussed before concerning the part of the essay. Okay, so we will deal with this figure or diagram, which is the essay. Okay, so in the beginning, I will talk about the parts of the essay. Can you remind me what are or what the parts of the essay are? What are the parts of the essay?
Introduction and the
Yes.
body and conclusion.
And conclusion. Okay. So those are the main components or factors of the essay. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Riyas. Riyas, right? Mustafa, sorry. Okay, so concerning the introduction first guides the reader into your paper by introducing the topic, right? So it should begin with a hook. You know what the meaning of hook? H-O-O-K. What the meaning of a hook?
هو مثل السنارة بمعنى.
Yes, very good. It means like to get the attention, to draw the attention of the reader. Okay, so it is like attraction. It means here attraction. Okay, or like to draw the attraction, to draw the interest of the reader. Okay, so the introduction guides, guides to make the reader follow your paper by introducing the topic. So it should begin with a hook that catches the reader's interest or attention. So this hook could be, for example, a question, could be an opinion. Okay, if you, for example, you begin your essay with a question, so this will draw the attention of the reader. This will be like exciting, when you begin your essay with a question. When you begin, I mean, the introduction with a question, for example, so this will be more interesting to the reader. So after getting the reader's attention, the introduction should give some background information on the topic. Okay, so I will start with general information about the topic. The ideas within the introduction should be general enough for the reader to understand the main idea and gradually become more specific to lead into the thesis statement. Okay, so what's the difference between the idea of introduction and idea of thesis statement? In the introduction, I am very general in introducing my information, while in the thesis statement, I'm so specific, I'm more specific to lead or to reach the thesis statement, to make the reader understand the specific idea of my topic. Okay, so in the introduction, the ideas in the introduction should be general, okay, for the reader in order to understand the main idea, and gradually, and step by step, it's become more specific when I reach at the thesis statement. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, Mrs.
Okay, so this is concerning the introduction. Concerning the thesis statement concisely states, you know what concisely mean? Concisely, C-O-N-C-I-S-E-L-Y. Concisely, yani briefly. Okay, in short. So
Yes.
the thesis statement concisely states or introduce the main idea, or for example, the argument of the essay. So it sets the limits on the topic, and it can indicate the organization of your essay. For example, you might mention in the thesis statement, for example, we have 3 main causes of poverty. For example, war, unemployment, for example, the government or something. So in the thesis statement, you mentioned 3 ideas that you will mention them in the body. Okay, so here you limit or you shape the organization of your essay. It can indicate, as I told you, the organization of the essay. The thesis works as a road map, you know? Imagine that you are walking on a road, for example, and you see like a map. Okay, so it totally guides you to the right path. Okay, so the work of the thesis statement is like a road map for your entire essay. So when, for example, I ask you, for example, to write an essay, and you write, for example, 2 or 3 or 4 pages, okay, I will just read your thesis statement, and by that I will understand the main idea of your essay without reading anything else. So the thesis statement is the most important sentence in your essay. So it is like a roadmap for the entire essay. So it shows the readers what you have to say and which the main points you will use to support your ideas. Okay, so please focus on the thesis statement, because it is very important, very essential to write a good and clear thesis statement. So this is the first part of the essay. Concerning the body or the supporting body paragraphs, okay, body or supporting paragraphs, maybe we have 2, maybe we have 3 body paragraphs in order to support the main idea. So the body of the essay supports the main points presented in the thesis statement. So all the ideas, all the information in the body must support the thesis statement. Okay. Each point is developed by 1 or more paragraphs and supported with specific details. That's why I mentioned here that we have major support and minor support. So the major idea should, for example, be presented like this, and the minor supporting sentences or sentence must support the major. For example, I can here write, for example, the main sentence, and in the minor, I will support it with example, with, for example, a story, with for example, clarification of the idea, okay, or adding more details. That's what I used in the minor supporting sentences. So these details, we call them the minor supporting sentences, okay, in order to support the major, and the major is supporting the thesis statement, okay. So you see, it's like a circle, it's like a series. This is concerning the body, and pay attention to the beginning of each body paragraph. We must have topic sentence in the beginning of each body paragraph, okay. So in the beginning of each body paragraph, we must have topic sentence. What is the meaning of topic sentence? It holds like catches the main idea of the paragraph, okay. For example, I'm talking about the causes of poverty. So in the topic sentence of the body paragraph number 1, I will say, for example, the first cause of poverty is war, okay. So this is the main idea of my body paragraph number 1. You see? So pay attention to include topic sentence in each body paragraph.
Mrs. Bara'a, this topic sentence is related to the this statement.
Yes, very good. In the thesis statement, you mentioned the ideas that you will discuss in the, for example, body paragraphs 1, 2, and 3, okay. But in the,
Yes.
for example, first body paragraph, you will mention in the topic sentence only the first idea. For example, the first cause or the first result. It depends on what you are talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so all that you are talking about are supporting your thesis statement, okay. This is very important one. Okay, and at the end of each body paragraph, pay attention to include a concluding sentence or conclusion to each body paragraph, okay, like a simple sentence in order to like conclude your body paragraph number 1, 2, 3. It depends on how many paragraphs you have. Okay, so moving to the conclusion. Actually, the conclusion, I think it is so similar to the introduction, and more specifically to the thesis statement. So you can write conclusion, which is so similar to the thesis statement. So you can rewrite the thesis statement, but in different words, in order to have conclusion. Okay, so the conclusion brings together all the main points of the essay. So it refers back to the thesis statement, and it might, for example, leave the reader with final thoughts. Okay, and for example, you can, as I told you, restate or rewrite the thesis statement, but in different words. This is like summary of the main ideas. You can summarize or sum up all your ideas that you mentioned during the essay to write, for example, 2 or 3 sentences in the conclusion. Or you might, for example, add your point of view, your personal opinion about your topic. Okay, but pay attention to not mentioning any new idea in the conclusion. Okay, for example, any new idea that you didn't mention in the body, for example. So pay attention to not mentioning any new idea in the conclusion. Okay, so these are the parts of the essay. Actually, some studies or some books say that we have another part of the essay which is called transitions. You know what transitions mean?
Like move.
Okay, so what is or what are the transitions in my essay? It is transitional words. You know transitional words? I think we talked about them during the semester. The, transition words, the words that you can link your sentences with. For example, when you add, for example, in addition, for example, while, for example, first, finally, to sum up, in short. All of these are called linking words or transitional words. You can see many of them in the final page of this file. You see the page, the final one. In the final page of your file, you see transitional words. Transitional words can achieve the transition in your essay. For example, we have here to list or show time relationships. You will have, for example, many words or phrases. You can use them when you want to show the time order. For example, when you say first, second, third, when, next, after that, now. Okay, this is to show or to introduce time order. Okay, for example, to add information, you can use most of these words. You can use furthermore, in addition, whatever, also, another factor, another point, besides, as well, etc. We have so many transitional words, or we can call them transition. We can call them linking words. Try to use them in your writing, because when you are using transitional words, your essay will be coherent. You know what the meaning of coherent or coherence and cohesion?
مترابطة متماسكة.
Yes, very good. When you use transitional words, your sentences will be cohesive, okay, or coherent. So they will be linked together, okay, in logical way, you know. So pay attention to using these transitional words in order to achieve transition in your essay. We have here, for example, to show a logical relationship, you can say so, hence. So and hence the same meaning. We can say due to, for, because of, thus, therefore, consequently. Okay. We have here, for example, to draw the conclusion or conclusion, you can use in summary, in conclusion, to sum up, to summarize. Okay. All of them have similar meanings. You can use any one of them. In order to introduce contrasting or qualifying idea, you can use in contrast, nevertheless. This is to show like opposite idea, okay, or contrasting idea. Conversely, but, however, even though, although, all of them have, as I told you, a similar meaning. To provide an example, you can use, for example, for instance, including, such as, like, to illustrate, okay? So try to get some of these words in your writing in order to achieve the transition. So the transitions connect your sentences together, okay? So the transition can be, as you see here, one or two words. For example, we have first, next, in addition to, so, thus, therefore. We have so many transitional words. Using transitional words are so important in order to link your sentences, or to have your sentences linked together, or coherent or cohesive, okay? Do you have any questions?
No, thank you, Mrs.
Okay, sorry for the noise, because there's a salesman in the street. Okay. Do you have any questions concerning the part of the essay or the transitional words? Okay, so let's go back to the beginning of the file if you don't have any questions. Okay, after talking about the part of the essay, don't forget the part of the thesis statement, because they are important too. We have two main parts of the thesis statement. We have the topic and controlling idea. The topic is the subject of the essay and what the subject is about, while the controlling idea is what you are going to say about the topic. And we have another optional, which is optional, not obligatory. We have optional part of the thesis statement, which is predictor. You remember the function of predictor or not?
Yes, Mrs.
Okay, so it is like to mention the content of the subject or your topic. Okay, which is an optional part of the thesis statement, but I prefer to have predictor because it is more specific and more direct to have the predictor in your thesis statement. Okay, talking about the types of the essay, I told you that we have so many types or kinds of the essay, but we focus on the most common ones. We focused on the descriptive essay, which is to describe a person, a place, for example, a thing, a type of food or something. So you will describe your favorite food, your favorite place, your favorite person, maybe, which is called descriptive essay. Number 2, which is argumentative or persuasive. This is just to persuade or convince the reader of your point of view as a writer. You see, if, for example, you have an argument or something you want to convince us as readers, so you will add details, you will add clarification, you will add some examples, some stories in order to convince us with your point of view. Expository is just to explain something or expose something, and we have one type of expository essay, which is cause and effect. Maybe we have a cause and effect essay, maybe we have cause essay and effect essay, and maybe we have it as one essay, maybe we have each one of them as one essay, like talking about causes of war, this is one essay, or effects of war, or maybe we will talk about causes and effects of war in only one essay. Okay. And moving to evaluative or compare and contrast, we mentioned here very important point, which is the difference between compare and contrast. So when I say compare, it just focuses on the similarities, while talking about the contrast, it focuses on the differences. Okay, for example, when you're talking about the similarities between living in two places, so you will talk about only the similarities which those two places are in common. Okay, but when, for example, contrast living in the city and in the countryside, you will talk about the differences only. Okay, so pay attention to the question. For example, in this question, write an essay comparing the education system in Syria and Egypt. So in this question, I'm asking you to write about only the similarities, not the differences at all. Okay, maybe I will ask you in the exam, contrast living in the city and living in the countryside. So in this essay, I'm asking you to write about the differences only. Okay, so please pay attention. Okay, and we have here some connectors, or what those are called. Those are transitional words. Okay, or connectors or linking words. So those are helpful for comparison essay and contrast essay.
Okay, hello again. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well? Because I'm using headphone.
Yes, Mrs.
Okay. So my voice is clear, right?
Yes, clear.
Okay, so we were talking about the part of the essay, the part of this statement, and kind of the essay. And we stopped at the last one, which is narrative. I think it is so simple because it just tells a story. Okay, it tells a story, it narrates something, or when you have narrative, you have short story, just to share your personal experience or personal story that you want to share with the reader. Okay, So it would be an experience, it would be a trip to some place, it would be about a situation with somebody or something. Okay, do you have any questions till now? In this lecture, you can ask me whatever you want concerning writing an essay, concerning the, for example, the sample of questions in the exam, because this is our last lecture. Yes, we will have an essay example. We will read an essay. Okay, concerning the essays in your file, this file, you can read them. Okay, you can get the benefit, for example, having some new vocabulary. You will see how we join the sentences together, how we use the transitional words. Okay, so this is very helpful to you. After reading any topic or any essay, you need to read it many times. After reading any topic many times, you need to imitate the essay. That means like to write a similar one, okay, using your own vocabulary. Okay, let's read this essay. Okay. Wafa is saying, yes, نموذج المذاكرة. Was it difficult or what? Was the test difficult? In the test, Wafa, we had, can you hear me or not? Because I'm using headphones just to make sure that you hear me.
Yes, Mrs. We hear you.
Hello?
Yes, Mrs.
Okay, great.
We hear you.
Great. Yes, concerning the test that we had this before, you know, I think there is a problem. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So concerning the test, we had two main questions or two questions. The first one, which is to identify the topic, controlling ideas, and predictor. So do you have any difficulty concerning this question? Did anyone, for example, have any difficulty in this question? What the meaning identify? It means like to
Mrs.
yes.
There were different answers for this question, especially predictor or the C statement.
Okay. Yes. Concerning this question, it is so similar to this one. Okay. In page I think number 7, page 7. page number 7. Okay, you see this question. This is the main. Okay, this question number 7, page number 7. It is so similar to our question in the test. I ask you in the test to identify the topic, controlling idea, and the predictors. Okay, so you need to mention, for example, you need to write topic, colon, okay, which is, for example, in the first one we have smoking causes many diseases such as heart attack and lung cancer. This is the first example, first question, as the first sentence. So here we need to identify, like to mention, like to say. So the topic here is smoking. The controlling idea causes many diseases. The predictor here, heart attack and lung cancer. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, it's easy. The first three titles, it's very specific, but 4 and 5, there are some difficult ones.
Okay, concerning number 4, I want to be a designer because it is an exciting and well-paid job. The topic here, which is the subject, okay, of your essay, for example, the topic here is designer. Okay, the controlling idea is I want to be as designer, as like to work in as a designer job or work. The predictor here is because, or you can say just an exciting. This is predictor number 1, and well-paid job. Do you have any problem concerning this sentence?
I answered the same reply.
So is it confusing or something?
Controlling idea, I wrote, I want to be a designer because it is.
Yes, the same, yani not that.
Yes.
It's not that problem.
Predictor exciting and well-paid job.
Okay, what about the topic?
Topic designer.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
The controlling here is your desire to be a designer. Yani what you want to do with designer. You want to work as designer. So the controlling idea here, you want to be as a designer. Number 5, learning a foreign language creates job opportunities and make your communication smoother. Okay, who can answer this one? What is the topic here?
I answered topic foreign language.
Yes.
Topic.
Controlling.
Controlling idea is learning a foreign language creates.
Yes.
Predictor, job opportunities and make your communication smoother.
Smoother. Yes. You have only one issue in this sentence. The topic here is the foreign language. Okay.
Yes.
The controlling idea, you can answer learning or learning foreign language. Okay.
Yes.
So what is the controlling idea concerning what I want to talk about the foreign language here in this essay? I will talk about learning this foreign language. Okay, not for example how to learn to study foreign language, not what are the benefits of for example, foreign language. No, I'm talking here about learning a foreign language. So the controlling idea, you need to ask yourself this question: what do I need to talk about the topic here? Okay, what is the controlling idea that would control all my essay? Okay, so it is learning a foreign language. So what is the predictor here? Predictor is creates job opportunities. This is one paragraph number 1, or body paragraph number 1. Body paragraph number 2, which is the predictor, I mean, makes your communication smoother. So you have here creates and makes. Okay, so creates and makes, this is the predictor here. From starting with creates till the end of the sentence. So this is the predictor here. Okay, so in the first body paragraph, you will talk about creating job opportunities. And in the second body paragraph, you were talking about making your communication smoother. Is it clear? I'm just wondering if you have any problems or issues concerning this question. Because I think Wafa, yes, Wafa asked to clarify the sentences or the test questions. Is it clear, Wafa?
Yes, yes, Mrs. It's clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Wafa. Okay, do you have any other questions? Well, let's read this interesting essay. Yes. We will read this essay and we will end up our lecture with this essay. We will see like the advantages and disadvantages of working part-time jobs. And after finishing, don't forget to read the rest of your essay rest of the essays that you will see in this file. Okay. Yes, please. This is the question. In many countries, it is becoming more common for people to have several part-time jobs instead of one full-time job. What are the advantages and disadvantages of working part-time jobs? Okay, so as you see here, I'm asking you to write about advantages and disadvantages of working part-time jobs. We can say advantages and disadvantages, and we can say pros and cons. You know this idiom? Pros and cons. I will write it in the chat. Pros and cons. It means advantages and disadvantages. Okay. I wrote it in the chat. Yes, so here I'm asking you about what's your opinion of considering the advantages and disadvantages of working as part-time job. Okay, so in this essay we will have one body paragraph for advantages and one body paragraph for the disadvantages. Okay, and in the beginning, of course, we have the introduction. Yes, please. Who can read?
Yes, Mrs.
Yes, go ahead.
With the development of our society, People's lifestyles change from day to day. It has become more common for people to have different part-time jobs. Compared to this trend with before, some people start wondering whether it is good or bad for people to have many jobs at the same time. However, in my opinion, I think the part-time job is a double-sided sword. It has its own advantages and disadvantages. Yes, advantage and disadvantage.
Okay, thank you. So with the development of our society, people's lifestyle change from day to day. Okay, you see that here I'm talking about general information, general idea of, for example, I am trying to link the development of society with people's lifestyle, which is also linked with working as part-time job. Okay, you see, this is the link between one idea to another, and starting with the most general one. It has become more common for people to have different part-time jobs. Compared to this trend, you know what the meaning of trend? Trend is something, you know, trend is a word used in social media. Okay, so trend is something
Yes.
that a lot of people copy, or a lot of people do, because it is a situation that is common among people. Okay. So compared to this trend with before, some people start wondering what the meaning of wondering. What the meaning, sorry, of wondering.
يقلقون بدأ الناس
Question.
يقلقون.
Question.
Yes, very good. It's wonder when,
يقلق أو
no, when you wonder about something, you think about,
Ask يعني.
yes, you start asking yourself, or you start thinking about it. Okay. Whether it is good or bad for people to have many jobs at the same time. However, in my opinion, I think the part-time job is a double-sided sword. Double-sided sword. It is an idiom. It has its own advantages and disadvantages. What the meaning of double-sided sword?
السيف ذو حدين.
Yes, so it means that it has negative effects as well as positive ones, right? Yes, in Arabic, sayf ذو حدين, it means that it has both negative and positive effects, or advantages and disadvantages. So it is pronounced as double-sided sword. It is an idiom. Okay, this is the introduction. You see the thesis statement. It is more specific, it is more direct than the introduction, right? So it has its own advantages and disadvantages. So it is straight, it is direct, it is clear and simple. Yes, concerning body paragraph number 1, which is talking about the advantages. Yes, please, who can read?
Yes, Mrs.
Yes, we only have Riyas or Mustafa. Sorry,
غياس.
Riyas. Riyas, you already read the introduction, right? Or Mustafa did?
No, Mustafa
Oh, okay.
read the introduction.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why your voices are so similar.
Yes.
Okay, yes, go ahead, Riyas.
For some people, part-time jobs provide them an opportunity to do things they are actually interested in. Also, it offers the possibility to earn more money at the same time. But for other people, part-time jobs are time consuming, and they cost much energy to do so many jobs at the same time period. The most important advantage of the part-time jobs is that they provide an opportunity for people to try different things. Taking my brother as an example, he works in a bank as a teller, but he has seen many videos about bartenders. So he decided to be a bartender at night. This job extends his sight and provides him a chance to fulfill his dream. Speaking of dreams, part-time jobs also offer people a chance to earn more money. Part-time jobs are the best path for someone who needs money. Although it takes time, people could still benefit from the work they do. In our society, many people take part-time jobs in order to make enough money to pay bills or pay for their kids' tuition.
Okay, thank you so much. I will read it for the next time and in order to explain some vocabulary. For some people, part-time jobs provide them an opportunity to do things they are actually interested in. Also, you see how we use transitional words. Also, it offers the possibility to earn more money at the same time. But for other people, part-time jobs are time consuming. What the meaning of time consuming? Time consuming, it is an adjective, okay, and it means that it takes a long time to do. It takes a long time to do. We can say, for example, this process is time consuming. It means that this process takes a lot of time. And they cost much energy to do so many jobs at the same time period. To do so many jobs at the same time period, the most important advantage of part-time jobs is that they provide an opportunity for people to try different things. Taking my brother as an example, you see here that I'm mentioning an example in order to add more details or in order to clarify my point of view. He works in a bank as teller. What's the meaning of teller? What's the meaning of teller?
صراف.
Yes, very good. Teller is a person whose job is to receive and pay money in a bank. To receive and pay money in a bank. Okay, so but he has seen many videos about bartenders. What's the meaning of bartender? Okay, bartender is a person whose job is to serve drinks in a bar or a restaurant. Okay, so a person whose job is to serve drinks in a bar or restaurant. We have another word which is barman, which is synonym. Okay, barman.
في نفس الساق
ويترس
يا
يعني ويترس يعني خادم نادل ولا غير معنى؟
Actually, you know the difference between waiter and barman? Barman is just standing in a table and serve drinks.
Yes.
While the waiter go to the person at the restaurant in order to take the order. You know?
Yes.
That's the difference. So the barman is the same as bartender.
يعني فينا نترجمها أنسة كساقي؟
In Arabic we say barman, but we can translate it as نادل في حانة or ساقي في حانة, something. Or nadel, you can say nadel, but it is and waiter we can translate it nadel. Okay, but the job of both are is different, because as I told you, the bar is just standing on a table while the waiter go to the client in order to take the order. But they are translated the same, I think. Yes, bartender. So he decided to be a bartender at night. This job extends his side and provides him a chance to fulfill. What the meaning of fulfill?
achieve ينجز أو منجز.
Fulfill is, yes, it is a verb. It means to achieve. You can see it as fulfill, like here a single L, and you can see it as double L. Okay, and both are correct. One is British and one is American. So fulfill in one L or two L. I'm talking about the last L. Okay. So a chance to fulfill his dreams. Speaking of dreams, part-time jobs, also offer people a chance to earn more money. Part-time jobs are the best path. Path, it means way, for someone who needs money. Although it takes time, people could still benefit from the work they do. The word benefit can come as a noun and as a verb. So here it is a verb. Could still benefit. In our society, many people take part-time jobs in order to make enough money to pay bills or pay for their kids' tuition. What the meaning of tuition?
School payment.
School payment or school fees. Very good. You can see tuition or fees, which is أقساط. Okay, and we have like a phrase which is tuition fees as one word or one phrase. Tuition fees, or you can say tuition, or you can say fees. For example, I can say it is difficult for students at university to pay university fees or to pay university tuition. Both are correct. Okay. Let's move to the second body paragraph, which is talking about the disadvantages. Yes, please, who can read? I didn't hear any of the girl. Where are you, girls? Fadia, Wafa, Zainab, and yes.
Yes, Mrs.
Yes, Wafa, go ahead.
However, as well as no, it takes time and energy to do many jobs. This is the most disadvantage of part-time jobs. People get tired and stressed because of their work. They don't have time with families. All they want to do is finish the job and sleep. If a father takes several part-time jobs, it may influence his children. His children may lack love, and they may become a Workaholic
Workaholic.
person in the future.
Workaholic.
Workaholic person in the future. أكمل؟
No, thank you. Yes, however, we used here, however, in order to show an opposite idea, okay? Because in the previous paragraph we were talking about the advantages, while here in this paragraph we will talking about the opposite idea, which is disadvantages. As we all know, it takes time and energy to do so many jobs. This is the most disadvantage of part-time jobs. People get tired and stressed because of their work. They don't have time with families. All they want to do is finish the job and sleep. If a father takes several part-time jobs, it may influence his children. His children may lack love and they may become a workaholic person in the future. What the meaning of workaholic?
Someone works a lot, or detective, like as detective, مدمن.
Yes, very good. Addicted to work, right? So someone who works a lot, so we call him or her workaholic. Okay, يعني اللي بيحب يشتغل كتير. And it is a little bit informal word. Okay, a workaholic person, he doesn't, for example, have time to do anything else. Just all the time he chooses to work. Yes, taking all these factors into account, this is one way in order to sum up the ideas. يعني بأخذ كل هذه العوامل بعين الاعتبار into account. Okay, so we can use this phrase in the conclusion. We can use in summary, in conclusion, to sum up. We have so many phrases or words in order to use. We may draw a conclusion that part-time can do good things in your life, but it can also destroy your time in life. Okay, so it is, as we mentioned, it is like a double-sided sword. Okay, we may have to think about what we are pursuing. What the meaning of pursuing?
Following?
Like to continue doing something, like, or to follow, to continue doing something. Okay, what we translated into Arabic.
حسب السياق يعني نتتبع.
or
نواصل.
يواصل.
نواصل.
Okay, not يتابع as follow. No, it means like to continue doing something. Like يتابع عمل شيء ما or يواصل or يسعى. Okay, so it is pursue as infinitive verb, which is to have e in the end instead of ing. Pursue. Okay, we can pronounce it as pursue or pursue. Pursue or pursue. We may have to think about what we are pursuing in our lives before we bury into the work, or bury into the work. Money is important, but family and life are much worth it for us. Time is not coming back. Okay, so you see here in the conclusion, we have both, which is like to summarize the main points, and in the last two sentences we added our point of view. Okay, is it clear? Do you have any question concerning this essay?
What the meaning of bury? We bury into the pork.
It
What the meaning of
is bury. Okay, you see when we have like a dead person, so we'll put someone into the ground or into a grave. So it is like to bury something, to put someone, okay, like يدفن. But here it is like a figurative meaning. It has a figurative meaning, which is it has a figurative meaning, which is like to immerse ourselves into work, okay, or to overwhelm. You know what overwhelm? Like نغرق أنفسنا, overwhelm ourselves into work, like ندفن أنفسنا أو نغرق أنفسنا. To bury into the work, like ندفن بالعمل يعني. يعني in this context we have a synonym which is overwhelm. I wrote it in the chat. Okay, it is not synonym for bury all the time, not, no. In this context it means the same. So bury or overwhelm, like يغرق, يفني نفسه بالعمل. Okay, we are running out of the time. We only have 1 minute. Do you have any question or something you want to share? Okay, thank you all of you. I really enjoyed this semester with you, and I hope I see you inshallah soon. Take care and study well. If you have any question or anything you want me to provide any help, just contact me. Okay, see you inshallah soon. Good luck and take careful. Goodbye.
goodbye?